The Night Sight polarized HD glasses are an as seen on TV classic, marketed as an easy way to reduce glare and diffuse the brightness of oncoming headlights during your voyages. These snazzy specs came tightly packed with a small set of directions and a polarization tester to show off the benefits of the anti-reflective coating that they boast. In fact, when you take a gander through the yellow lenses, a magical pattern will materialize right before your very eyes. Another included accessory was the handy carrying case that doubles as a lens cleaner for easy storage when they're not in use. When tackling the mean streets, these glasses were moderately effective, transforming ultra-white and blue lights to a much warmer tone, which makes it easier to look at for a longer period of time. Let's be perfectly honest though, these do not turn night into day as they claim. When you take a look at these streetlights, you can see the glare reduction in action. While they aren't staggering results, you probably shouldn't be staring directly into bright lights while you're driving anyway. In conclusion, not only are they sportier than most brand name shades, but they also serve as a fashionable flex to impress your passengers. Not to mention, they possess the ability to turn even the dreariest rainy day into a beautiful golden shower. The Turbo Pump is a lightweight battery-powered liquid transfer device that gives you a clean filling with no spilling. Cracking the box open, you've got some instructions and the unit itself. The Turbo Pump comes completely assembled out of the box, so toss those to the side and let's see what we can do with this thing. When it comes to filling your lawnmower, the Turbo Pump is a real convenience. Flicking the switch on the handle of the device activates the pump, and the flow will start immediately. This is also a great way to remove gas from a machine that you might be retiring for the winter. If you leave gas sitting in a machine too long, it might not ignite and it might cause all kinds of engine problems. Who knows? Just get that stuff out of there. You can even use that leftover gas from your mower in your car if you're in a pinch before work. Just head out to your driveway with your gas can and fill her up like you normally would. The spout of the turbo pump is perfectly sized to fit your vehicle and could definitely be a lifesaver should you need it. Siphoning liquid between buckets works in the same manner. You can even use the clamp to attach the hose for a larger transfer. As you can see right here, when this bucket finally gets full, the pump will automatically power down. But if overflow isn't an issue, the spout can be lifted away from the water line and you can let the flow begin again. It also does an excellent job of getting most of the liquid out of any container that it's sitting in. Now, what do you do with this bucket full of blue water? Well, there's nothing quite as distinguished as having a blue loo. For this bonus hack, just tote your bucket inside and onto the seat of your toilet. After shutting the water off and emptying the tank, you can fill it up with your DIY toilet tablet in just a few mere moments. Of course, you may need to hide your bucket somewhere to refill it later, but there you have it. The first person to sit on your throne will feel like they're at a 5-star spa and never be the wiser. With temperatures on the rise, there's nothing like hopping into your car when it feels like Mother Nature's Dutch oven. Now there's a ton of products like this on the market, but today, these solar ventilation fans are on the block, rocking an absolute powerhouse of 1.5 watts of solar power. This bleeding edge tech hangs through the crack in your window to suck out that hot air from the interior and then vent that heat and musty smell onto the people walking by. Inside the package is the solar fan array, some instructions, and a few feet of weather stripping. A close-up glance of the back of the unit will show you a vent at the top and the adjustable solar panel just hanging out. The front of this masterpiece displays a power button and a light, and you've also got individual switches for each fan, though it makes zero sense as to why you would not run all of them at all times. To start installation, cut a small piece of weather stripping and place it onto the edge of your window. Then hang the solar fans directly next to it. You obviously want to make sure that the unit is as flat as possible. And with that done, apply the remainder of the stripping to the rest of your window. In most cases, you're probably going to have too much, so get out those scissors and clip it off. After you reapply your trimmed stripping to the top of the window, you might need to bend it in a bit to get it to fit into the groove at the top, but after you roll it up a few times, it should fit right in. For our fancy viewers that have sensors in their windows, you'll be doing without that convenience for now, as the additional height will cause it to think that something's blocking the window, which there is, a giant piece of trash. Using our state-of-the-art thermometer, we found the interior of the vehicle was 102 degrees. So after quickly climbing in and activating the fans, we set a timer for 30 minutes. When that time had expired, we were shocked and mortified to find that the temperature had only dropped 2 degrees, throwing all of our hopes and dreams right through that little crack in the window. We're not even sure if the fans did the work or if that was the result of the hot air escaping when the car door was opened to activate the fans to begin with. Failures aside, the one thing these solar fans excel at is making sure that you never lock your keys in your car again. All you need is the stereotypical wire hanger. Regardless of how tightly the weather stripping is lined up to the device, it glides right off with ease and fulfillment. Once you've got it off, just snake the hanger through the window like you used to do back in the 90s. A little press on the unlock button will do the trick, and you've got yourself easy access to your baking valuables on the inside. Based on the lack of performance, lack of security, and absolute lack of aesthetics, we're gonna give this product a hard pass. Do yourself a favor and crack a window instead. Unfortunately, the Hackermobile took a beating in the Piggly Wiggly parking lot, but that's okay because the U-He Dent Remover is here to save the day. Arriving in a designer zipper bag, this satchel of exotic mysteries has all things that are good. A hot glue gun, dent remover, rubber scrapers, textured tips of assorted sizes, and hot dog, even some multicolored glue sticks. So cool! Now what about that dent? We'll try and fix it using an attachment that best covers the ding completely. You just heat up the glue gun and apply a liberal amount of goop to the center of the dent attachment, then press it firmly into the target area. Next, just slide the notched end of the dent puller over the lip of the plastic and secure the braces flatly against the body of the car. Spinning the center of the dial of the device pulls the plunger stiff while keeping the braces flush to the vehicle. Once that's done, just give the handle a firm grip and don't pull the trigger, squeeze. You should have heard a small pop if you got it right, and after that, you can safely detach it, leaving an embossed glue stamp that bears your house crest. To get rid of the glue, you have to douse the area with some rubbing alcohol and wipe off any excess that's leaking down your car. Now, grab the rubber scraper. Carefully sliding this little spatula under the edge of the glue will allow you to peel off the edges and reveal the results below. Although we're not at 100%, we have definite progress here with the dent reduced to about 50% of its former size. So let's keep working it. We grabbed a smaller tip and repeated the exact same process that we did before. Latching everything into place and then squeezing the handle, we didn't get an audible pop like we did the first time, but you can still feel it moving in the handle. Once the glue was sprayed, scraped, and removed, the results just kept getting better. We continued working this a bit more with a few other attachments, but as you can see, the ding is mostly gone. With a little touch-up paint, it would hardly even be noticeable. So in conclusion, we got the dent about 87.32486% of the way out. That's pretty awesome, and this thing's pretty awesome. We give it our thumbs up approval. The Windshield Wizard is an all-in-one version of a product we've reviewed before called the Windshield Wonder, except this one folds up to be compact and has a sprayer built in. Difficultly wrapped in the strongest plastic ever, this magician comes pre-assembled with a microfiber bonnet attached at the end, and one extra, just in case. It's got instructions on how to fill and use the device, but it's pretty straightforward. Just twist off the reservoir tip and fill it till it drips. While its tank is limited, once you pump the water through the nozzle, you'll find that it only sprays out a small amount of mist anyway, so this should last a while. Giving it an initial test on this hazy mirror, using the device is a breeze. The pivoting head stays flush to the surface, and it's practical to be able to use the sprayer as needed. The microfiber cloth gives the mirror a streak-free shine, even without the use of cleaning chemicals, and it doesn't leave any fibers behind. It actually looks pretty good, but what about testing its namesake? As you can see, the inside of this windshield really needs a helping hand, or 5. Not to worry, the Windshield Wizard casts Mass Dispel, removing all harmful smudges from 5 friendly targets. You might even say it's potent enough to remove grime that's normally undispellable. The pivoting action and 360-degree turning radius make getting into corners a simple task. You can even take it deep down into the crevices near your dash, leaving you with a crisp, clean shine to be proud of. Cleaning the bonnets is also a cinch. Just place them under some hot running water. Rub them together back and forth vigorously for a few minutes. If you don't feel like cleaning, flip it inside out and put it on backwards. You know, the same thing you do with your dirty underwear. If you need to get back to cleaning, you can easily dry these off. Just place them over your blow dryer shower cap style, and it should be good to go shortly after it flies off. Getting to the horcrux of the matter, as long as you keep the bonnets clean and the sprayer topped off, you're good to go for years to come.